Is it too early for diplomacy from your point of view if you were judging or advising Ukrainian leadership?
Absolutely. 93% of the Ukrainians believe that Russia should be pushed out of all occupied territories, including Crimea. They want their country back. You see, Putin made a fundamental mistake in the way he set up the war. He set up the war as a genocidal war to destroy a people, their culture, their language, and he's doing it in the filtration camps. I mean, there are tens of thousands of kidnapped children, murdered parents already. We don't know the full dimensions of this because, as clumsy as the Russian military has been, their filtration operations seem to be pretty specific, pretty exact. It's ethnic cleansing on a scale unknown in Europe since the Holocaust. And it's going on right in front of us. And people are talking about a peace agreement. I didn't hear anybody, I wasn't alive in 1944 until 1944. So I don't see anything in the history books about people saying in 1943, 1944, we really need to sign a peace agreement with Hitler. We really need to stop all those people getting killed on the Eastern Front. And we like French wine, and it's a shame the Germans are in there, but maybe we can share something. No, nobody said that. Yeah. And yet the voices demanding a halt to the fighting have no appreciation for what this war means to the people of Ukraine.
So when you say the voices,
they're fighting, John, they're fighting for their very existence.
Right.
There won't be a Ukraine if they lose. And what they know is that if this is stopped right now with Russia occupying the southern coast, that Putin will have a military breathing spell in which he can rebuild his forces, rearm, get the technology he needs from China or India or smuggling it in. And by next spring, boom, the rest of Ukraine will be under attack. And without the South Coast, without that farmland, the industrial land of the Donbass, Ukraine's a much less viable proposition. Putin wants to destroy it. If he had come in and said, you people in Ukraine, you have a really bad government. We want to help you with your government and so forth. Let us, with the great example of Russia, maybe we can help you have a better government. Maybe he could have done something. He thought he had bought off the Ukrainian people. There was a series in the Washington Post recently, but it's also, I've heard it from foreign sources. Apparently, Putin gave his intelligence agencies several $1 billion over 6 years to buy Ukraine. And apparently this fifth directorate of the FSB decided everybody else makes money in Russia. We were at $2 billion, I'll take a little bit from it. And everybody took a lot from it and nothing happened and until the end. And so maybe they bought off some people in the Kherson Oblast. That's the suspicion. A couple of people defected and so forth. That's a Russian way of war, but they didn't buy off Ukraine. And I think they were shocked. And so now the Ukrainians, how could you accept a imposed peace by Western powers that say, just give up your country? You wouldn't do it. It's you're giving up your language, your culture, your history. And this is a Ukrainian culture goes back hundreds of years.